Yo, what's up, guys? Back for this Monday slate. We have a nice 9 game slate for tonight. Also, have some big news to share with you guys for the future. But before we get started, please be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're not already. So, I asked a question on Twitter over the weekend, and everybody was excited about the idea. So, starting with NFL this year, I'm going to transform my website into a advice-based or written-based website instead of a lineup-based website. So, starting with NFL, I'm going to be having positional breakdowns each week, breaking down the whole slate, breaking down the top value plays, top below owned plays, having a private Slack group for all the members. We're giving you guys roster construction templates as well. So no more full lineups, but instead we'll be teaching you guys of how to build your own lineups and be successful. So if you guys are interested in that, it'll probably be a low monthly price of maybe $20 to cover the writers that I might be bringing on board and just to cover all the work we'll be putting in through the week. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a step in a great direction. And my hope is that one day the website becomes big and we'll be able to compete with some of the bigger sites out there. But I just want to create an awesome website with awesome guys and try to help as much people as we can make some money. And almost done with the website. It's probably going to be dropping in a couple weeks. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. We'll see how it goes. But on to MLB for tonight. We have an awesome slate, like I mentioned. Pitching wise, we have a lot of aces on the mound tonight, but the funny thing is all the aces are matched up against each other. Like, aces are not in good matchups. Cole is against Seattle, Maeda is against Milwaukee, who, I mean, I guess that's a pretty good matchup for Maeda. Good, a lot of strikeout upside, but he's a bit expensive. Probably won't be going there. Paxton's coming off an injury facing the Astros. Nola and Price are facing off against each other, so top price pitchers are not in great spots except for maybe Maeda. But personally tonight, with the offense that I want to target, I'm going to be going a little bit cheaper at pitching. First up, I have Robbie Ray. He's only priced at $8,000, which is a great price tag for the matchup here. The Rangers strike out an absolute ton. They have the second highest strikeout rate overall this year, just behind the Phillies. And Ray is known as a strikeout pitcher. Like this season, he has 81 strikeouts in just 60 innings, priced at a very low price at $8,000. So I feel like this is a breakout spot for Robbie Ray, one that he approaches, if not exceeds, 30 DraftKings points. And we know the Rangers are not great versus lefties. Like their best hitters, Shin Chu, Joey Gallo, they're both lefties, and Robbie Ray has absolutely shut down lefties this year. So I love Robbie Ray as my SP1. Second pitcher I like is Derek Holland at 7,600. Holland will be getting the nod for tonight, even though he has come out of the bullpen recently in a lot of his starts. But getting a start tonight, he got a start last week against Seattle, pitched great. So when he does get his starts, as you see, he's getting close to 100 pitches pretty much every time. He has been in long relief roles and coming out of the bullpen in a few starts, but since Samardzija is still banged up, he will be getting another start here. I like the price tag on him a lot, and I love the matchup against the Padres. The Padres are not very good against left-handed pitching at all. Their one hitter that has been great against lefties is Christian Villanueva. He has 13 home runs versus lefties this year. The rest of the starters for the Padres only have a combined 12 home runs versus lefties. So Villanueva is the only bright spot on this team against lefties. But bad news is for the Padres, Villanueva has been in an absolute rut over the past month. So Villanueva is hitting well under 200 in his past 30 days. So I like this a great spot for Derek Holland, pitching in a good ballpark. He has a lot of strikeout upside this season. He has 109 Ks and 108 innings, which is just about what I like to see. And he's priced very cheap here. Does have good upside, and I feel like this is a great spot for him because I do expect the Giants to win this game as well. So I like the chance that Derek Holland will get the W today. So going on to the bats, we have a lot of good hitters tonight. My favorite stack is the Arizona stack. It might be pretty popular, but against Martin Perez, I will be loading up on the Diamondbacks as they are all healthy now, and their offense is very, very dangerous. As you see, they've been putting up some big run totals the past couple weeks, and now that Souza is healthy, now that Pollock's healthy, and now that they got Escobar, the lineup is complete from top to bottom. But starting off at first base, I love Paul Goldschmidt at 4,700. I don't even need to tell you that much about Paul Goldschmidt. When he's facing a lefty, I usually play him, unless it is an elite lefty. But Goldschmidt is having a great season after he got off to a very slow start. He has been raking the past couple months, and against lefties this year, Goldschmidt has a 306 batting average, 604 slugging percentage, and a 297 ISO, which is outstanding. And Perez is not good at all against righties. Reading you guys some numbers, he has a 47.9% hard contact rate to righties. Soft contact rate to righties is only 15% for Perez. The home run to fly ball ratio is 21% for righties. And the K rate and the walk rate are nearly identical, both over 10%. And the K rate is at 12%, walk rate's only at 11%. So he really struggles to righties. xFIP is 5.73, and he has a 2.24 whip to right-handed hitters. So bottom line is, I will be stacking up the righties from the Diamondbacks tonight. I feel like they are going to go off. Next up, third base, we have Evan Longoria at 3,900. I like Longoria a lot against a lefty. He is priced nice and cheap at only 3,900. He has amazing numbers versus lefties throughout his career. This season is no different. He's hitting a lot better versus lefties than righties. He has a 311 batting average and a 589 slugging percentage to lefties this year, to go with a 278 ISO. So I love me some Longoria at third base tonight. Not a lot of people play him even when he is facing a lefty, but facing Eric Lawler, who has struggled a lot against righties this year, I feel like this is a perfect matchup for Evan Longoria. He does have a lot of power against lefties, and I feel like this has a good spot for him to potentially go yard. In the outfield, it started off with A.J. Pollock. Pollock is another lefty killer the Diamondbacks have. They have multiple lefty killers with Goldschmidt, Pollock. Ahmed has good numbers against lefties. Even Kento Marte has amazing numbers versus lefties. So those are my top targets. Pollock at 5,100. I like him a lot. He was injured for a large part of the season, but he still has 13 home runs in just 60 games. At home, he's been raking with a 319 batting average and a 602 slugging percentage. And I mentioned that he kills lefties. He has a 611 slugging percentage to lefties this year, to go with a 333 ISO. And for his career, he has a slugging percentage well over 500 to lefties. So perfect spot. I mentioned how bad Martin Perez is against righties with a 47% hard contact rate and giving up a ton of fly balls to righties. So I have a feeling that Diamondbacks are going to hit some home runs tonight. Last but not least, I like Chris Davis at 5,000. Going cheap at pitching with Robbie Ray and Derek Holland allows you to fit in pretty much whatever bats you want. And I love Chris Davis here at 5,000. I don't think a lot of people are going to play him after they probably played him a lot in cores, and he did not really do much. But this is a prime Chris Davis spot, facing Marco Estrada, who is a fly ball pitcher. We know Chris Davis hits a ton of fly balls, and when he does, he hits them a long way. Even though he is playing this game at home in the Coliseum, he has better numbers at home this year with a, as you see, 260 with a 575. And Marco Estrada, I mentioned he's a fly ball pitcher. He has a 58.1% fly ball rate to right-handed hitters this year. That number is absolutely ridiculous. He also has given up 10 home runs in just 51 innings to righties, and that equals a 528 slugging percentage. So I absolutely love Chris Davis here. This is a spot where I feel like he can absolutely break the slate if he hits multiple home runs, and I'm not expecting a lot of people to play him at 5,000. So that wraps up the 6 plays for tonight. Make sure you drop a like if you are excited about the slate and also about my plans for NFL coming up. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate all the support, and good luck today.